I did something very impulsive, which is very much like me. And I got 4 little chickies. They're in here. Aspen, what's in there? Are those little chickies? Are those little chickies? Gentle, gentle. Oh my goodness. Yeah, gentle. It's okay. It's okay. Just be gentle. That one's kind of crazy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. They won't hurt. Close them up. Okay, so we're going to use this round bucket for now, and then we'll bring in the trough later just to get started. We have a heat lamp, and then I grabbed some puppy pads. We have a bunch of these that we never actually used for our dogs, and I've seen a bunch of people on Instagram use those, so instead of bedding today, we're going to get them started with just some puppy pads. The new little babies. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. So I have the baby chicks in this little tub right here. I'll show you. They're so cute. They're in here. I am actually going to, I just brought in like a horse trough that we have. I'm going to put them in there, and that's what we usually keep our baby chicks in. But I was just trying to do something quick earlier today, so I put them in this for the day. And I think I'm just going to move them over to the big one now. They're currently in our laundry room because the dogs were they wouldn't leave this little thing alone, and this would be really easy to tip over. And so now that I brought the trough in, it's a much safer place for them to be. So I'm just going to move them over to the trough. They're seriously so cute. And this heat lamp is also really hot, so I don't even have it directly in there. I just have it kind of like over the top. And they're a great temperature right now because they're very well dispersed, and they're just doing great. They're super active. They're adorable. And so I'll move them into the big trough, and then I'll kind of show you what breeds they are. So. So these sweet little ladies that I picked up at the feed store today are called a Midnight Majesty Maran. Now they are also known as a Mystic Maran. They also have a few other names, but those are the 2 most common. And these are not a heritage breed, they're actually a hybrid. And a hybrid for a reason. So these originated in the Czech Republic, and they were bred between a male Black Copper Maran and a female barred rock in order to find a breed that would produce an abundance of the dark brown eggs that the Black Copper Marans lay, which are just so incredibly beautiful. And the barred rocks are high producers, and so they crossbred them to come up with this breed, and it seems to be a success. According to all the reviews that I've read, it seems like these girls will produce around 250 eggs a year, which is an awesome producer. These girls are cold hardy, which is super important. If you've seen any of our chicken videos, we live in Minnesota and we seek out cold hardy birds, usually who have small combs. These girls will have single combs, which are a smaller comb, but not necessarily as small as a pea comb or a rose comb, but definitely still one that will be just fine in the winter as long as we stay on top of making sure they do not get any frostbite. So these ladies were sold to us as females, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume that they are females. But as they age, we will start to see probably that white that they have on them right now, that will start to fade, and they will become almost fully black with some brown undertones to their feathering. We also should see a slight shimmer of like a greenish or a purplish, which is what I've seen as a characteristic of this breed. Now these girls will be pretty hardy birds as far as their size too. It says that most of these will be around 7 pounds, 6 to 8 pounds fully grown. So they're a nice hefty breed. They do go broody sometimes, but I've also read that if they go broody, they might not stay broody for long, so you might want to check on them. Something else that's really interesting about this breed is that 2 of these girls have feathered legs. And I looked it up, and it seems like feathered legs is actually a dominant trait in chickens. We do have Brahmas, which have feathered legs, but that's the only one that we have experience with. And so some of these girls carried that trait, and some of them didn't. So it'll be interesting to see as they age, just if they keep those little feathers on their legs, or if they end up losing them. But how adorable are these little girls? They're so sweet. They'll be a great addition to our flock. Are you looking at the chickies? Are you looking at the chickies? They made a mess. Did they make a mess? Did they make a mess?
This one's Delta.
Nice.
And then forget which one's blue. I think this one's probably fine. No, that one's blue. That one's Echo. That one's Charlie.
Alright, so River, what are their names?
Blue, Delta, Echo, Charlie.
I let the kids name them. They are officially raptors. Yeah.